Hello friends, welcome to Código AMAD. In today's video, I am going to talk about the PV code, which is mainly used to know data about offices and to work with corporate information. Let's start with the video, let's go. On the first page, we can see three transactions, 1, 2, and 3, that give access to help pages. The first transaction is HEPV. With it, we have access to help pages that inform us on how to work with everything related to basic office data. Let's move on to the second transaction, HEPVI. With it, we have access to help pages on how to work with the notes that appear in the itinerary documents. Below, I add an example, this example, on how to add notes that appear in the corresponding section of the itinerary as well as the proposals sent. The example is PVU slash V, the X, I am going to explain the X right here, and the free text. PVU is the code that initiates the transaction. V with the slash before serves to add additional information. The X must be replaced by the PVI line number that appears on the reservation. In other words, the X has to be replaced by the number of the PVI line that we want to modify within the PNR. The Amadeus reserve, which is also called PNR, has several segments. The affected segment number is the one that must be replaced the X. Finally, we must add a free text with the information we want to add in the itinerary document. The text must be a maximum of 61 characters. After writing this transaction, press enter and we will have updated the PVI lines of the office profile. GG Core Codes is the last transaction that I am going to explain on this page. With it, we have access to help pages on how to work with all kinds of corporate codes. Let's go to the second page, this page. On this page, we have 4 transactions, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first transaction is PV plus enter. With it, we can access the information of our own profile. The second transaction, PV slash RP. It is used to view our own office profile on our own Amadeus Office ID and also is also called RP code. So, the first thing, to see your own office profile. The second thing, to see your own Amadeus Office ID. The Amadeus Office ID, also called RP code. The RP code is a 9-character alphanumeric code that identifies an office within the Amadeus system. The third transaction, this one, is PV slash and 8 numbers, okay? It is used to identify an office by its IATA number. Last transaction, PV slash MAV IV 1111. It is used to identify an office by its Amadeus code. The four transactions, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that appear on this page are related to the page that I am going to explain at the end of the video. This one. In it, we can see what could be a screenshot. On that page, we see an office profile that includes various information within which we see several data that I have explained in this page. We can see here several information I have explained here. Now I am going for the third page. On this page, we have transactions on how to update information on itineraries before printing them. Before printing an itinerary. In the three transactions, I am going to write the number 444 with the 0 here, here, and here before, because the examples would affect the line 4 of a PNR. Line 4 of a PNR, line 4 of a PNR, and line 4 of a PNR. When I say line 4 is segment 4, okay? Segment number 4 of a PNR. Let's go for the first transaction, this one, PVU/V04 line free text. This transaction is used to update information by entering free text before printing the itinerary automatically. The second transaction, PVU/C04 line free text. This transaction serves to update information by entering a free text before printing the itinerary by choosing it directly. This is the difference between this transaction and this. By choosing it or it automatically. The last transactions, PVU/V04, which is used to delete. To delete, not to update or to update. To delete. To delete information from a segment of the PNR before printing it. Before printing the itinerary. Let's go to the fourth folio, the last page. In front of us, we have that could be a screenshot in which we see an office profile as indicated by the top title. Okay? That is surrounded by asterisks, 3 asterisks and 3 asterisks. The first piece of information we see is the Amadeus Office ID, which I have already talked about on the second page. In this page, I have been speaking about this. Below, we see the current time and date in real time. At that time, the date would be October 14 of 2021, and the time would be 9 hours and 9 minutes. Below we see the AMIT code, which is not important. The next piece of information is the National System Office ID, which is quite important. Below, we see between asterisks another title, Office Identification, which gives way to two pieces of information. One piece of information, 2 pieces of information. The IATA number, the first one. It is an important number. However, the ERSP number, this one, is not important. The last block of information appears after the title between asterisks, general data, with all the block of information connected with general data. This block of information belongs to general data. We can see general information. In the left margin, in this margin, left, they tell us what type of information will appear in the right margin, in this margin, which appears empty. Obviously, when we work in front of a computer, that white space, this white space, will not be empty. Let's quickly see what kind of information appears in this technical part. Before the asterisks, before these asterisks, it means this line appears an abbreviation of each concept. It means that this is the abbreviation of this, and this information. This is the abbreviation before the asterisk. To the right of office name, if we see office name, the right, okay, this blank space, we will see the specific name of the affected office. To the right of address 1, in this place, we will see the first contact postal address, or failing that, the first part of the only postal address that exists in the event that it is very long. To the right of address 2, it means in this blank space, we will see the second contact postal address, or failing that, the second part of the only address that exists in the event that it is very long. To the right of corporate implant. Here, we will see the main name to which the affected office belongs. Consortium codes are not important. This is not important. To the right of country name, here, country name, we will see the name of the country in which the affected office is located. Sometimes you can also see another title called city name, which refers to the city in which the affected office is located. To the right of phone primary, primary, would appear the primary contact phone, and to the right of phone secondary, here, would appear the secondary phone. Then we can see fax primary and fax secondary. Both refer to the primary fax and the secondary fax. To the right of email address, we will see the email address. Finally, we have opening hours. To the right of which, in this blank space, we will see the opening hours of the affected office. Folks, we have come to the end of the video. The following videos will run in the same way that I have made. That is, explaining each of the parts of Amadeus as extensively as possible. Remember to subscribe and like this video if you liked this video. Don't forget to share it with anyone who might be interested. It would be a good gift both for those who need a booster and for those who didn't get a feel for the program. Above all, it would be a good gift for the latter, who now have a second chance with my videos to take advantage of the time and money allocated in the past, and that they will finally be able to make profitable. Thank you very much, and I will tell you the same thing as always. Love to be loved.